Hello everyone, Emily here. I'm so happy that you stopped to see what I'm working on. I have some of this beautiful peaches and cream. Look at this color. It is beautiful. I pulled it out and I got some yarn barf here. And this does call to use a 5mm. And that's what I'm using. I already got my yarn on my hook. And these colors are just so soft, they're really pretty. So I thought I would go ahead and make a washcloth. I do make a lot of washcloths for Christmas. So we want to do a chain for how big you want your project to be, and you want to do it in multiples of 2. Now sometimes I like mine to be rectangular. I do love the circle ones. I don't like nothing to be too big. That's why I like the circular ones. I like to let my dishes soak a little bit. I don't have a dishwasher. And then I just use it. It's really nice to have it to wipe the counters down. I love the circle ones. And I love them when they're doubled. But today I'm going to make me a rectangle one. So in multiples of 2, make yours as long as you want. In numbers of 2. I'm going to count mine here. I'm going to do one more and I'll have a total of 16 on here. So I have 16. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 2. I had my finger here on my 16th stitch. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to do a double crochet in there. Isn't that nice? And I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to go right into the same opening and I'm going to do a single crochet. So we're going to skip the next stitch. We're going to go into the one after. We're going to do a double crochet. Another double crochet in the same stitch, chain 2, and do a single crochet in the same stitch. I'm going to have a nice little fan look here. I'm not pulling my yarn very tight. I know some people crochet real tight. I seem to crochet a little loose. So I'm going to skip one and go to the next one. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go in and do a double crochet, and you can see the pattern already. And I'm going to do another double crochet in that opening. I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to go into that same stitch and do a single crochet. So we're going to skip one, we're going to go to the next one, do a double crochet, another double crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. That's going to be your pattern all the way across. 2 double crochets, chain 2, and a single crochet in the same stitch. Skip one. So I think I'm going to make my washcloth a rectangle. Now this is going to be our repeat. In our next row, I'm going to tell you where to go in our little fans. I wanted to tell everyone who has subscribed and has come back to see what I'm working on. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you all. And to anyone who has never seen my videos before, thank you very much for stopping and just taking a look at what I'm doing. I really love filming these, and it makes me feel good when I see that people have watched them, and when I get thumbs up, I just get tickled to death. So thank you very much. So I'm at the end here, and I have one stitch left. So who knows what I did? Maybe I didn't need to do that last crochet, but I'm just going to leave it there because I'm going to go around it with the border and I'll bury it then. So I'm going to chain one and turn. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go into this very first opening because this is a chain two opening. And I'm going to do 2 double crochets. I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to go right into that opening and I'm going to do a single crochet. Okay. So now we're going to, that is going to be our repeat row till we finish it. So we're going to go to the next chain 2 opening and we're going to yarn over and we're going to do 2 double crochets. I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to do a single crochet in there. Oops, pull me some yarn here. Thought I had more yarn barf than that. And we're going to go right into this next opening, the chain 2. We're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, and a single crochet. Oops. And that's our repeat row. Now mine is feeling a little loopy right now because I just started it. It just doesn't feel real firm. I do have some of my washcloths that I make that are a little bit softer, some that are really super thick, and I really didn't care for the thick ones at first. But then when I started making the round ones and doubling them, I really like those. Really, really like those. And there is that scrubby yarn that you can buy, which is really nice. I like to use this cotton. I have some that I've made for my sweeper. And when you use that, of course, you want to have a nice tight stitch so it can't go through. So I'm here at that last little fan here. I'm going to do my double crochet in here. Whoops. In my chain 2 spot. And this is what you're going to do every time at the end before you turn. 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then do your single crochet. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn. I'm going to go right into this very first opening, yarn over. This is my chain 2 spot. I'm going to do 2 double crochets. I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to do a single crochet. And I'm going to go up to my next opening. And you can see that that's what I'm going to do until I come to the end of my project. You can make this as long as you want, as wide as you want. Whoops. Talking. You know, I can't chew gum and walk at the same time, so really I can, but sometimes I just get to talking. I want some more color change. More color change, please. So just make sure you go into that chain 2 opening each time. I believe I bought this at Michael's. I think, no, it was at Walmart. It was really funny because I'd stopped at Walmart and I ran in to get something, and I thought, I'm going to run by the yarn section real quick. Went in to get one thing, and they had this color, and I thought, oh, that's really pretty. So I just grabbed me two, and then I came home. The next day, my daughter sent me a picture of this really pretty stripy yarn that she bought at Walmart, and it was the same kind. It was this. We both thought it was funny. Kind of both love yarn, and I just love to have a lot of yarn around. If I start to get low on yarn, I start to get a little panicky. So I love to have lots of yarn around. Ooh, it is changing color. Look how pretty it is. So you can see the little fans. And we're just going to keep on going. So now that you know the repeat rows, just keep on going. You can make your washcloth any size. And as soon as mine is as big as I want it, I will come back and I'm going to put a border on it. Okay? So mine is as big as I want it to be. Got some pretty colors in it. And I am ready to go around the edge. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to do a single crochet all the way around, just because I kind of like that as my border. If you want it to go into the openings between, like right here, you'd go in between the two double crochets. Here you'd go into the chain two, blah, 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 all the way around, and you could do this for your stitch. But I want to do a single crochet, and I'm just going to go in between these two, and you know, because both sides kind of look the same, so it doesn't matter what side. And I'm just doing that because I just want it to make it feel a little bit more stable around the edge. So you can see that I'm just kind of going into wherever. I'm going to go in between them. That's just what I want to do. And I think it's going to look really pretty. And you know what? I think I might go around it twice just to give it a little bit of extra sturdiness around the edges. And when I come to the corner here, I'm going to do 3 single crochets. Well, you know what? I'm looking at it. Looks like it might be pulling it a little bit, so I think I'm going to do 4. So when you're, you know, following someone else's pattern, or you see something, you could always change things up a little bit. I know sometimes I do things a little bit different, but it's always nice if you can change a little something up and make it your own. So now I'm just going to go into these openings here. Remember, I skipped one, so I'm just going to do 2 in each opening, because I'm not going to try to go into this little tiny spot there where we know there was a stitch. And at the beginning, I know this bottom seemed like it looked like it wanted to curl a little bit, but it's coming right out of that now. So it looks like my edge is going to be over here instead of right here where my knot is. So I'm just going to do one single crochet right here, and then I'm just going to go into this opening right here, and this is where I'm going to do my 4 single crochets. Actually, this is pretty big for me. Yeah, this is a pretty big washcloth, but I'll put this one back for Christmas. And so now I'm just going to keep going around. And I hope my next round, I really hope my next round I have some color. It doesn't stay this white. I think this came out looking really pretty. So here is going to be my corner, and I'm going to do my 4 double crochets. I'm going to go around my top. And it looks like my color's changing, so I'm glad. Maybe I can get around it in different colors. So you can see you're kind of just making your own way going into the openings. Hope I'm not going too fast for you. Just kind of going in wherever. And my corner, coming up on the corner here. I'm going to do my 4 single crochets. So you could just stop here and end it, or you could go around it again, which I'm going to go around again, and then I will put some pictures at the end of this video. So I'm not even going to chain one. I'm just going to keep going around, and then when I come back here, I'm just going to do a slip stitch into here and tie it off, and then I'll just bury it, because you know, I don't think there's any reason to chain one and where you can see that you can see where the beginning was. No reason for that at all. So if you're going to put a border on it, you can put a border on as big as you want it to be. So if you wanted to make the middle a little bit smaller and make your border bigger, you certainly could. So I'm going to go into that first. So I have my chain 4. So I went into the first one, and this kind of looks like the middle one, right? So I'm just going to go in there, and I'm going to do 2, because I don't want this to start to curve up. So you put as many as you want. If you want to do 2 and 3 of them, however you want to do it, you certainly can, so that yours lays flat, because I crochet pretty loose, and if you're crocheting nice and tight, you might need an extra stitch in there. It got warm here in Des Moines, Iowa. Now it's cool again. They say it's going to be 59 degrees tomorrow. So I don't think the grandkids will be out in their little pool playing tomorrow. This Iowa weather is just crazy. So look at that. It's beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and finish it. I'll post a picture. You guys have a great day. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and then come back to see what I'm working on, because I like to do craft and crochet, so it's not all crochet all the time. Thank you. Bye.